Welcome to ancient Egypt, land of the bizarre. When you think of ancient Egypt, do towering pyramids and mysterious mummies come to mind? Well, there's a lot more to this ancient civilization than meets the eye. This was a world where mummification was a religious art, fertility was celebrated in the most public of ways, and crocodile dung was considered a tool for safe sex. Surprised, right? You're about to discover the oddest corners of one of the greatest civilizations in history. From the banks of the Nile to the heart of the pyramids, we'll unearth the secrets that history often chooses to keep buried. The ancient Egyptians possessed an unshakable belief in the afterlife. For the pharaohs and nobles, death was not an ending but a transition, a journey to be undertaken with all the trappings of their worldly power. His loyal retinue, those who served him in life, prepared to make the ultimate sacrifice, joining their master in the afterlife. Mummification, that intricate art of preserving the dead, was central to the Egyptian belief in the afterlife, but for women, particularly those of high standing, a different protocol was observed. Their bodies were considered vessels of such allure that a waiting period was deemed essential. This, they believed, would deter even the most dedicated embalmer, ensuring the purity of their intentions and safeguarding the sanctity of the ritual. Pregnancy has fascinated humankind for millennia. The ancient Egyptians devised their own unique methods of predicting the outcome of this wondrous event. A woman hoping to determine the gender of her unborn child would urinate on barley and wheat grains, and then patiently observe the results. If the barley sprouted first, it was a boy. If the wheat took the lead, a little girl was on the way. The ancient Egyptians revered their mummies, these preserved vessels of their ancestors. They believed that the very essence of these preserved bodies held potent medicinal properties. Mummies, carefully ground into a fine powder, were administered as a cure-all for a bewildering array of ailments. Even European apothecaries centuries later stocked their shelves with this unusual ingredient, convinced of its efficacy. The Nile, that lifeblood of Egypt, was not without its darker side. Lurking in its fertile waters was a parasitic disease known as schistosomiasis, a tiny organism that wreaked havoc on the human body. For young men on the cusp of manhood, this parasitic infection brought with it a rather alarming symptom: blood in their urine, viewed as a rite of passage. Power, particularly in ancient Egypt, was often a family affair. To preserve the purity of their divine lineage, pharaohs often married their own siblings or even their own children. The pharaoh was not just a ruler, he was considered a living god, descended from the mighty sun god Ra. To maintain this divine connection, such incestuous unions were not only accepted but encouraged. The sun god Ra held a place of supreme importance in the Egyptian pantheon. To cross Ra, to commit a crime against this celestial being, was to invite unimaginable wrath. The punishments meted out for such transgressions were nothing short of horrific. Imagine the condemned, their bodies doused in oil, set ablaze while still very much alive. Vanity is not a modern invention. The ancient Egyptians, both men and women, were as obsessed with their appearance as we are today. Forget your fancy hair products. In ancient Egypt, the key to luscious locks lay in the most unlikely of places. Decaying donkey liver, carefully blended with dog legs and crocodile fat, was the hair treatment of choice. Mummification wasn't just about preserving a body, it was about preserving a soul. The body, carefully laid out on a slanted table, its organs removed and placed in canopic jars, each representing a different deity. After weeks of meticulous preparation, the body was wrapped in layers upon layers of linen, adorned with amulets and protective charms, ready to embark on its journey to the afterlife. Family planning might seem like a modern concept, but the ancient Egyptians had their own methods of controlling their fertility. A mixture of honey, known for its viscous properties, combined with crocodile dung, was used as a contraceptive. The ancient Egyptians believed that the crocodile dung, with its potent aroma and thick consistency, acted as a barrier, preventing sperm from reaching their intended destination. Thanks for sticking around till the end, adventurers. If you enjoyed uncovering these bizarre ancient Egyptian customs with us, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment below, and hit that subscribe button to join us for more wild historical journeys. We've journeyed through time, explored the peculiar, and unearthed the bizarre. But our adventure doesn't end here. There are countless other mysteries to unravel, peculiar practices to ponder, and bizarre beliefs to uncover. Stay curious, my friends.